Good morning, welcome to the Advanced Engineering Workshop. We just had this Mark II Polo arrive. It is fitted with the 16 valve AFH engine, so it should be quite a nice little fun toy. But I just wanted to do a bit of a video. This is fitted with a set of ZX6 carbs, and as we know, bike carbs tend to get a bad reputation for various reasons, and I think this fairly much summarises why. So this has had a mild steel inlet manifold made by somebody, not the customer incidentally. He's bought it like this, so yeah, it's running on 2 cylinders we reckon at the moment, and the reason for that is because of air leaks. So I'm going to turn the camera around and just show you how this manifold's been made. And the reason why. Now, if you get a proper manifold made, this won't happen. But yeah, I'll show you this manifold. Okay, so what we've got here is a mild steel inlet manifold. Okay, so we're making it out of a hard material that's hard to work with anyway, and when it warps, it's hard to straighten it out. So no doubt the head face is warped, because I very much doubt, looking at the rest of it, that it's actually been skimmed. And there appears to be a lot of black silicone sealer sealing it to the head. But also, these are obviously welds of sorts, which have then had silicone sealer smeared all over them to try and fill in the gaps. So as you can imagine, this car really isn't running well. It's certainly not running on 4 cylinders. I'd say at best it's running on 2. If we cover the middle 2 carbs, which is a nice, quick, easy test incidentally, is to cover the carb mouth with your hand like so, cover each one. If the engine speed starts to drop, that means it's over fueling and losing the air, and that carb is working. If you stick your hand over it and nothing happens, then that suggests that air is getting in somewhere else, which is allowing that cylinder to still breathe. So yeah, the middle 2 carbs on these are not working at all. Now luckily, this customer's got a spare manifold, an aluminium manifold manufactured by somebody else, and that doesn't look in bad condition, and it also suits these carbs. So we're going to skim the manifold face of that, because that is also warped, but at least we can skim that, and we can get that fitted and hopefully get this car running on 4 cylinders. Right, so here we are on the welding bench. We've just done a little, as I say, this manifold is manufactured by another inlet manifold manufacturer. I'm sure you can probably work out whose it is. Nothing wrong with them, they do make good manifolds, but a lot of them were never skimmed in the first place, so a lot of them were warped. So we've just put it on the Bridgeport, skimmed it so it's nice and flat. Just welded up the brake servo takeoff, because this car doesn't have a brake servo, so that's not needed. So we'll just finish that off on the inside, and then that manifold can go on. We're going to fit it with one of our gaskets, so these are available on our website. Website links are in our description and bio, so yeah, do go on our website and have a look. We can do manifolds for these AFH engines, of course. We start off with our plate like so. I've got to be honest, that port shape is not representative of the true port shape. So our manifolds do have the proper clover leaf. We actually start with them machined into a near round on the other side, so that we can get the tubes to match nicely. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a difference with our manifolds. So obviously our gasket matches exactly on that side, and then we would fabricate to this side. Just going back to the air leaks, again, this is why bike carbs get a bad reputation. Okay, silicone everywhere, warped, very thin, mild steel flange, very bad MIG welds that have then had to have silicone smeared over the outside, which you can imagine is not going to last and is not going to seal, so not good. This is why, oh yeah, and not to mention the tubes all being very different lengths, not aligned, so as you can imagine, the silicone is permanently trying to fall off. So when people say my bike carbs keep falling off, that's why. Okay, yeah, manifold has been made properly. They put the ridges in, we don't put the ridges in because you don't need them, but at least they're all in line and flat. Okay, so your hoses are just going straight, they're not having to make up any difference in spacings. So all of our manifolds on our website are specifically spaced to suit the carbs that they're designed for. So if you go on there, we've got ZX6, ZX9, YZF600 and all the rest of it, and they are all unique spacings of the carbs, and that's why it works, and that's why you don't want a manifold like that. Finally, the other source of air leaks is perished hoses like so. Now these were fluoro lined. I think they do look like they've got a fluoro lining, so that's good because that's fuel resistant, but obviously over time they've just broken down, and obviously being fitted to a manifold all skew-if and messy, it's just broken down and the lining's failed. So we'll put a nice set of our new fluoro lined silicone hoses on, again available on our website, for about £35 with stainless steel clips, and we should get it somewhere near. Okay, so we've spent some time, skimmed the manifold as I mentioned earlier in the video. We've reassembled it all, put a nice new set of hoses on there, got rid of all the air leaks. We've also addressed a couple of little issues with the, well, quite a few issues with the ignition system surrounding the spark plugs and the distributor, but I won't go into that because that's not what this video is about particularly. But yeah, we're up and running. We're running on 4 cylinders now, so that's good. Yeah, it all seems good. So we've got it on the dyno. I'll just show you how it's looking now. So yeah, like I say, all the hoses nice and straight, nice and clamped on properly, no air leaks, and all good. So that's a set of ZX6 carbs, and this is a 1400 AFH engine. So yeah, we're going to see what it does. They're normally pretty good, these, so I'll be interested to see how it performs. But yeah, nice simple setup. Yeah, let's go. Results are in, and I'll be honest, I'm absolutely blown away by these engines. This one has just done 134 brake horsepower, so that's a 1400 AFH on a simple set of bike carbs. It's still got the cast exhaust manifold, a bit of a different exhaust system, but essentially, yeah, 134 horsepower, and it revs forever. Yeah, absolutely cracking. Real surprise. We normally see about mid 120s on these, which is still good, but yeah, the owner will be very happy with this. So yeah, we do bike carb kits for these engines. If you go on our website, dancedengineering.co.uk, if you search AFH, you'll find our throttle body kits, our carb kits, and various accessories to go with. Yeah, so if you like this video, subscribe, drop us a comment below, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.